had a problem with this kid, and I punched him. He took one of my crackers. And
you were in the softball stance already?
Something like that. I hit him with a...
What the heck is he going to remember?
You never know.
Well, from the story that my dad told me, he got knocked down. Like, he was unconscious and stuff.
Oh, so you knocked him out? Like,
I hit him good. And whatever, they called the ambulance and stuff, and they told my dad, they were like, oh, listen, like, if this happens again, like, we're going to like take more action in this. And then it was like, my dad was like, oh, look, listen, like, let's put you in boxing so, you can't do that. You can't be hitting everybody.
Welcome back to another episode of Van Stale. Thank you all for viewing, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Click that red button. The best is yet to come. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia, joined by my co-host, Nelson Garcia. And today we have a super, extremely, very special guest, someone I have known for over a decade and I admire very much. He's a technician in the ring, one of the best up-and-coming Cuban American boxers. He's a future world champion. He's a professional boxer with a record of 9-1 with 8 big knockouts. His name is Frank Diaz Jr.
Frank Diaz in the house, baby.
Yes, sir,
Woo!
Thanks for having me.
What's up, brother?
I'm excited for this one, man.
Yeah.
Really
100%.
excited.
I messed up like 3 times trying to give this introduction, dog.
So when you smell greatness in the air, man.
Yeah,
like,
bro, you get nervous, bro. You made me nervous, big dog.
Sure.
How you doing, bro?
Everything good? Chilling.
Yeah.
You look big, man. You look good too, man. You ready to fucking fuck somebody
bro,
up.
I've been searching up your box rec and all that, and I was a little worried. Damn, the Frank I remember is a little small for 130, and then I seen you come in. I was like, damn, bro, you got
looks
big.
good. Yeah. It looks good.
Big,
I've been
bro.
working on my physical a lot now that I started working back in the ring. We're going good.
That's good, bro. How's your dad, man?
Everything good, chilling. Same old, working and helping me out.
That's awesome, bro. Your dad is the most supportive person I've known, bro.
Yes, sir.
Fucking amazing man, bro.
That's your mentor right there, right?
Yeah,
That's your mentor.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it a little bit. How'd you get into boxing?
Well, I started when I was like 4 or 5. I was in daycare and stuff, and I had a problem with this kid, and I punched him. He took one of my crackers.
You were in the softball stance already?
Something like that. I hit him with a...
What the heck is he going to remember?
You never know.
Well, from the story that my dad told me, he got knocked down. Like, he was unconscious and stuff.
Oh, so you knocked him out? Like,
I hit him good. And whatever, they called the ambulance and stuff, and they told my dad, they were like, oh, listen, like, if this happens again, like, we're going to like take more action in this. And then it was like, my dad was like, oh, look, listen, like, let's put you in boxing so, you can't do that. You can't be hitting everybody, you feel me?
Right.
So I started there with him at home first. I started there a couple years with him, and then he was like, oh, like, it's just too much. It's time to take you to a real trainer.
Did your dad have experience in boxing? Did he box back in Cuba?
His dad.
His dad
boxed in Cuba. His dad never let him box because he said that he was too, like, scrawny and
skinny. Same thing as me, my grandfather.
Yeah.
My dad.
That's crazy. Yeah, your grandfather. Yeah. Shout out to your grandfather, man.
Yeah. Hey, that's a perfect introduction to this video. Hey, why'd you start boxing, bro? I just fucked somebody up when I was a kid.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
That's lit, dog. Yo, but for people that don't know, man, you train with a really good coach for a long time. How long have you been training with Jorge Rubio, one of the best Cuban coaches?
I started training with him when I was 7.
Oh, really?
7 years old.
Oh, so when that happened, that you knocked this kid out when you were a kid, and you trained with your dad for a bit, your first coach was Jorge Rubio?
My first coach was George Rubio. And then, and then I trained with him for a couple of years, but I was still young, I still wanted to fight amateur and stuff. So we left him and went to Cristobal La Guardia.
Yeah, I remember him.
Cristobal La Guardia.
What happened to him?
Nothing, bro. He was just like, he would just train people. And
you liked his training?
Yeah.
He was good.
He was good.
He taught me a lot of technique that I have nowadays. It was
so you had 2 official trainers, him and then obviously now George Rubio.
And then George Rubio. But George Rubio was the main one.
He's the main one.
But
so when was your first amateur fight? You started literally compete, like more training.
I would say I was like 10 or 11.
10 or 11.
10 or 11.
How was that experience for you? Were you nervous the first fight
I still remember my first ever fight. I remember who it was against.
Walk us through it. How was it? How was everything?
One of the hardest things.
You were 10 or 11, right? Yeah, you're young. You're a baby.
Yeah.
So
I remember that like if it was yesterday. One of the hardest things was making weight. That I had to do diet and stuff.
Let's talk about that because you're a little chubby. You're a little chubby boy. I remember. You're a little chubby boy.
I used to cry. Like I used to tell my mom like, oh, like why is dad like now like making me lose weight? Like I need to eat and stuff. And I remember like it was like, oh no, because you're boxing this and that.
What weight was it in? You remember?
Damn, I don't. It was like 100 and something, like 110, some shit like that.
That's actually pretty heavy for
pretty heavy that young.
Yeah. I was pretty heavy. I was a little heavy kid. But whatever. Fast forward to my first fight. We were there and It was against a good kid. His name was Williams. His brother fights.
He was undefeated as well, like you guys 0-0, like you guys were starting off,
No,
or
no,
he had fights already?
He had already fights.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't have any fights. Whatever, they put me up there, and obviously I got my ass beat. You know, I had that mentality.
I lost my first fight too.
Yeah.
So you lost your first fight? Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I lost my first fight. I was super nervous, super scared. But I went up there. I fought. They never counted me. Nothing. It went all the way to the third round.
Yeah,
But
same thing.
He won me.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, but it
doesn't matter, man. It happens.
Exactly. Especially those 10,
Especially a novice that you could have 0 fights and the kid could have 9 fights. So it's
How was your dad about? Like, how did your dad feel about your first loss?
he was just like, oh, learning
Palante, we gotta-
experience.
But tell me if you agree with me. I know you said cutting weight was your toughest challenge as your first fight and getting into the sport, but I had a different experience for my first fight. My first fight was actually, and tell me if you agree with me, was controlling my nerves. Like, that was really tough for me.
Yeah, that's another thing.
You feel it in your legs, right? Like, oh shit, you can't
your
compose
legs,
yourself.
And it was
Your
more
mind
my
too,
mind. You're young, so your legs are fresh. It was more my brain,
Your
bro.
mind,
Like, I was like extremely afraid.
It doesn't let you like throw or like know what you're doing.
Right.
It's crazy how your mind works.
So how many amateur fights did you have in total?
I had 54 fights.
Do you have any big national tournaments, regional?
Yeah, but
goes?
54, he could have had 100 plus, but 54 because he couldn't go up to these big, tournaments and stuff because he could have had a lot more fights.
Of course, yeah. He could have probably been ranked top 10 for sure.
Yeah. No, and the good thing, I had 54 fights. I never went to nationals or nothing like that, but I always fought the best people in my weight class. It was a Russian kid. I don't remember his name. Eric Tudor.
Yeah, Eric Tudor.
I fought him like 4 or 5 times.
He's a pro now. He's big now. He's fighting at 154.
Yeah, he's huge.
That's
Just like his
So what
brother.
was your weight class in the, once you got older in the amateurs?
Once it was 132.
132?
Yeah. I
132?
fought there for a minute.
Wow, and I fought at 141.
Yeah.
Just one weight class above.
132.
Damn, imagine
That's
Andrew
funny.
Garcia versus Frank Diaz. Oof, at 140.
That's crazy.
Damn.
That
That
was
would
a
have been a
problem.
pretty badass fight.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I would have not fought him. That's my boy, dog.
Nah, we're in the same team basically.
In the age too.
The age,
Remember
so yeah.
that shit matters in the age.
Yeah,
And stuff.
I'm like, how old are you? 21?
21 right now.
I'm 5 years older than you. So,
Yeah, father time for you.
This guy's been trying me, dog. He's been trying me a little too much, bro.
Now you're young, man. That's crazy, bro. I remember when we used to see him in the gym, bro. Little kid, probably 6, 7 years old. Bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Time flies.
but you can tell from the eye. If you know
He
boxing,
was
you can tell
talented.
from the
I
get-go
always
that
said
he
that.
was pretty
Him
good.
and Lucas. Luke, shout out to Lucas. They were both talented. I was like, damn, these kids are special.
Yeah, we started off together with George. And we were there sparring and stuff.
Yeah.
What's the relationship with George like?
What do you mean?
Like how's like your relationship with him?
Yeah, your
He's
vibe.
a trainer. Like
Talking about that, he's like my family. Right now, he's in my house right
he's
now.
another father
yeah?
figure
Eating
to
with
you.
my parents there. He's like another father figure for me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He has a lot of experience too, man. So you have
he
somebody
does.
that's under your
He
wing
does,
that
he does.
has been in the game for a long time.
Yeah, I know
So-
he had a lot of champions.
And a lot of big fighters.
Yeah,
So
a lot of big fighters.
talking about that, because being with George Hojerullo, he's gonna bring a lot of big names around you all the time. What are some of the big guys that you constantly have around you, or that you've had around you? Some of these big names.
Well, since I was young, I've always had Rigon Diao that I've trained with him a couple times too.
You sparred Rigon Diao?
Yeah, but it was
Like
nothing
soft
like
sparring.
yeah,
I know,
soft
I know,
sparring.
I know.
He would kill me. But it was like soft sparring. Yeah.
No, he would kill you then, but now
Yeah, now it's a different
Now
story.
you can hold your own.
Now
Now
I
you can hold your own.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can probably
And you're bigger. And
Yeah, you're bigger. You'll probably
But
manhandle
still,
him.
I've seen that guy knock out 170
No,
pounders.
yes.
Yeah,
I was at the gym one time. He dropped the middleweight.
Yeah.
To a body shot.
I
left
think it was
hand.
that
Bum.
same guy that we were
Yeah.
talking about. He
Yeah,
dropped
nah,
him.
he's nasty.
Yeah, he's nasty.
And he's a different league. But yeah, Teofimo, I've trained a couple times with Luke Campbell that I sparred him too.
How was that
It was
work?
good It was good. He was another southpaw.
Everybody
technical.
says that he has no pop. Did you feel a pop? Did you how
but he's
how
a
was
lot-
that work like?
But he's a lot bigger.
He was bigger than you, obviously.
Yeah, no, back then he would hit it. He wouldn't hit me that hard, obviously, because he would,
So you
I
guys
was
just
still like
working.
14, 15. But he hit me once, and I felt it. But obviously, I was younger than him. But he was good, man. He was. He probably didn't have that pop, but he had
Very
a
technical.
technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a technical guy.
You being a technician, it says a lot saying that Luke Campbell has good technique because
He does
But he
though.
did.
He
Yeah,
does.
he did.
The only
And-
thing he doesn't have that
and he
pop.
knew how to use his size to his advantage,
Exactly.
his range. Because in all his fights, you can tell that all his shots that he landed were at the end of it.
Yeah.
None of them were forced. So I mean, he's a fucking gold medalist.
Gold
man.
medalist,
Olympic
exactly.
gold
What can
medalist.
you
That
expect?
that says a lot.
Exactly.
Distance and range and all that. He's gonna know how to control.
Yeah.
So who has been the fighter that you have learned the most from?
The fighter.
Yeah, in your gym with George.
Yeah, as far as sparring.
Yeah,
and
sparring or
Gym-
even being with him in general.
gym mates. Your gym mates.
I think it would either have to be Rigo or Maha.
Yamaha. Damn, Yamaha. Yeah, he was
Yamaha.
coming up.
Is he still training?
No, he stopped.
No, he stopped.
He
He
stopped.
stopped. Yeah, I think he stopped.
He had a good
Yeah,
run.
he was.
I think going to the UK messed him up.
Yeah.
That fight.
He was gonna fight with Shakur.
Yeah,
But
I remember.
I'm guessing he never wanted to.
Yeah.
But that would have been a really good.
How was
fight.
sparring with him, Maha? Because I've sparred him.
It was good. It was
I know
war,
he's,
bro.
he's good.
Dude, it was war. Back then, it was just like constant sparring. It was amazing, bro.
Yeah.
It was good sparring. It was good sparring.
What has
I
been
had
the
to
best?
try.
What has been the best sparring you've had though, so far in your career? I know
The
you
be-
sparred Rolly, obviously
Yeah.
Teofimo Lopez, right?
No, I
You
never
never sparred
sparred
him?
Tio. No.
Oh wait, hold up. I want to talk about that a little bit. How was sparring with Rolando
Rolly.
Romero?
It was good,
Rolly.
man. I had to use my mind a lot.
Your
sparring
boxing
with him,
skills.
because he was like a guy who only goes forward and hits you with those big shots. And if he hits you with one of those, obviously he'll
Yeah,
drop
he hits
you.
hard.
Yeah, he hits hard. But I had to use a lot of technique. I had to listen a lot to George because I was up there in Vegas, and it was an amazing experience. They never told me I was gonna spar with him.
So it just happened one day.
George was like, I guess so. I didn't have any nerves or like I wasn't worried. George was like, oh, we're gonna go to a gym to spar. I was like, oh, bet. And when I pull up, it was fucking Rolly. Let me tell you how Rolly had everybody with cameras, like a bunch of people with cameras. I was like, what the fuck is this? And we were there, whatever, and I finished sparring. And then somebody from his team was like, oh, we were all recording because he was like, oh, I'm gonna drop this kid in the first round. Just record.
He said that?
Yeah.
But did he know he was sparring you already or no?
Wait, time out.
Yeah.
He said that while you were there?
No. He didn't tell me. Like the people that were
Yeah,
there.
but you heard it.
No, somebody told me.
Oh.
Somebody was there. He was like, no, everybody was recording because in the first round they were gonna drop you. He was gonna drop me. I was like, oh shit.
But did he know that he was sparring you already?
I'm guessing. I'm
Yeah,
guessing
so-
he knew.
Yeah, but as far as technique goes and skills and
You're the overall
and
better
footwork
fighter,
and
yeah.
all that, you're 5 times more complete. Than
Yeah,
Rolly.
no. He's strong.
He's a
fighter.
weight bully. He's a weight
Yeah,
bully.
exactly.
Yeah, but he is. Gifted.
He does pop too.
No, he's gifted because
No,
he's
he's gifted.
born with
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
That-
Claro, of course.
He started
Yeah.
boxing when he was 17.
he was old. It's not like you and I that we started when we were kids. He started older, so that being a puncher, you're born with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be
Yeah,
able to
he hits
hit as
hard.
hard and be as aggressive as he is, you're born with that.
Yeah, you're more. Than
How many rounds do you guys do?
We did 6 or 7. 6 or 7.
How was the boxing lesson you gave him?
It was good, man. It was good work.
What did you teach him?
It was good. We were just moving around. I was always
Yeah, cautious.
careful with the shots.
It was only one time you guys sparred that time?
Yeah,
or
one time. It was only one time when I was up there.
And when in Vegas, that was the only person you sparred, really?
Yeah, the only like big name.
You were getting him ready for a fight or was just a random day in the gym?
Random, because he does a lot of sparring.
Yeah.
He does a lot of
Yeah,
sparring.
you
to
could
get
tell.
ready.
You could tell he's a tough dude that likes to come and
Yeah.
he sparred at my gym here in KO Fitness.
Oh, he did.
Grace,
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Grace,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
the southpaw, he's
Yeah.
also sparred. He sparred Grace.
I was gonna spar him when
I wasn't
when they
there, but from what I heard, Grace gave him the hands.
Yeah.
So, but who
Yeah,
knows?
Rolly's just like a guy that, and he loses his mind a lot. Like if
I've heard.
you're
He's
putting work
short-tempered.
on him, and he would just keep on throwing and he
Rushing
wouldn't listen to
and
anybody. And
throwing
it's
crazy
just-
shit.
So what happened after the sparring? Did he like embrace you? It was cool. Like,
No,
all
we were
love,
just
or-
there. He was just like we didn't talk. It was just like, oh,
'Cause you
I
gave him the
asked
work. He knew what's up.
seems to have a weird
Yeah.
personality. I've never
He
met
does,
him, but
he
he
does,
seems to be
yeah.
like un pesado, like
Yeah,
little
a little bit. He's like a little, you know.
Stuck up.
But I told him, I was like, oh, let me take a picture. We took a picture, and that's it. I didn't talk to him once.
I gave him the ass
Oh,
open,
and,
dog.
yeah, and no, and I forgot to tell you guys. It was in the middle. Yeah, it was a bunch of-
There's more to be said.
in the middle of the thing. He was pushing my head down, like a bunch of because I was
Yeah,
dodging,
defense.
and he would put my head down. And when I was like, yo, like what's wrong with you? Like, yo, like stop putting my head down.
Hey, bro,
and
you
shit.
can curse, bro. Don't
Oh,
don't-
I
don't
could?
worry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you can
can.
say
Oh,
whatever the
okay,
fuck you
like,
want.
he was pushing my head down. I was, yo, like stop doing that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like everybody like jumped in, like
Oh,
separated us. Yeah, it was a big thing because I was like, yo, that was fucked up. You know, doing that in boxing, you could mess up your back and shit.
Yeah, of course.
And he did it 3
Your
times.
spine, your neck,
Yeah,
all that,
exactly.
100%.
And I was, yo, stop doing it. It was crazy. It was a really good experience.
What gym was that in?
It was in damn, what's this guy's name?
Is it the gym that he trains at, or was it another random gym in Vegas?
No, he trained in different gyms, but it was a really well known gym over there. I don't know the name right now, but
Have you been to the Mayweather gym?
no,
You haven't been there?
I was gonna go that time that I was staying there, but I never went.
There's a lot of good work to be done there, dog.
Mayweather, hell yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of work there.
whenever you go to Vegas again,
You have to, yeah,
yeah,
have
I think
to
you
get
should,
some
yeah.
good work. You being a good boxer, technician,
Mm.
I think a lot of people would get
And knowing a lot of
respect
eyes
you.
there too, man.
Yeah,
a lot of
exactly.
eyes there. Oh, look at this kid. You know, it can be a
Yeah.
good opportunity for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, it's gonna be over there.
Let me ask you a question. You went pro pretty young at 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
How come you made that move so early in your career?
I mean, first off, we didn't have, as I was saying before, we didn't have the funds in amateur, so
To fly to these
yeah,
tournaments?
to fly the tournaments to go. I never thought about going to Olympics, so I was
That
like,
was never a goal of yours?
Nah,
Like, that wasn't-
not really, bro. Not really. I always
Might
saw
make that money.
Yeah, I always saw the pros as something so big because I was always been next to pros and
being raised here, you know, the professional rankings is the big thing. Not like if you're raised in Cuba or in some of these other countries, the Olympics is the dream.
Exactly.
But being raised here, I could understand how the pros.
Yeah, you were with prize fighters.
Yeah.
Redondeado, being you're like right there. So
Neslang,
Well, make that money.
Everybody was Angelo Lacobra. Everybody was already in the pros. And I was damn. I wanna go in the pros already.
How was that? How was that transitioning? When you wanted to do it, did you tell your dad, or was like your dad told you to, or was
he
your
on
decision?
board? Did he agree with you?
No, he was on board. Definitely,
Yeah.
we were gonna fight at 17 in Mexico because you could only fight when.
Right.
So what we did, we took a year off of of the amateurs.
No, amateur.
Of the amateurs, and I woke up every day at 4 a.m. to train with George over there, like to get ready for the pros.
That's badass.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Let me ask you a question. How did you feel the difference of the smaller gloves to the bigger gloves? Because there's a difference.
That shit's insane.
You feel the difference?
Like, what? It feels like
Even when you catch the gloves, you can feel it.
No, you feel it. Even if the guy that you're going against doesn't hit, you still feel the punches. It's something, you don't have your headgear.
You don't have the headgear.
It's so different from that.
So let's talk about your first professional fight. How was that? Was it nerve wracking or how was it? How did you feel?
For me, that I'm glad this shit happens to me is that when I walk in the ring, that I know that I'm already going to the ring, getting ready to fight. All nerves just leave.
So walking up though to the ring, you're still
walking up, everybody like cheering for me, bro. It was
and seeing your mom there, your dad, your family.
Bro, it was like such a different experience, bro. Like that shit's.
Did your legs give up on you a little bit? Like, oh shit, like.
No.
Hey man, now we already know this guy has weak legs, bro. He keeps talking about your legs giving up on you.
No,
you got weak legs, though.
But that's
why you never fought.
Things, though.
Yeah,
that's why you never fought.
Definitely.
The reason why I never fought was because my parents didn't let me. And once I turned 18, it was a different story.
For me, instead of my legs,
I'll give you the hands right now.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. Sure. No, you
For me, instead of my legs, it's my hands. That shit happens.
So feel weak. Shaking?
Yeah, but
once the ring, boom, you're ready.
Once you're in that ring, once that bell rings, bro, it's different. You transform. At least me.
Let me ask you a question. It's on the pro career, because you know how we're using the amateurs weighing in, fighting the same day. This is something that I never got to do because I never fought pro. But how has been hydrating yourself? The transition of hydrating, learning how to hydrate yourself from having 24, 28 hours to hydrate. How have you gone about that?
That's a really important thing. Hydrating those 24 hours, bro. You gotta hydrate good. Cause I've gone to the fights like not hydrated as much, and you feel different. Like you feel your muscles tense.
In the pros or in the amateurs?
In the pros.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't hydrated well in the pros?
Yeah. Sometimes like I eat shit.
But how come if you have freaking 28 hours?
Cause I don't drink as much. Cause I've been doing a diet for a month, and I have like restricted stuff. I don't drink that much water either, like not as much. You get me?
Right.
And then another day, so you feel me? Like you don't drink as much water, and like if my dad doesn't tell me like I don't drink that much water, you feel me?
You're a little too confident.
Yeah,
exactly. A little too confident.
What does your diet consist of? Do you have a nutritionist with you, or you're just doing it?
No, right now I'm doing it. Well, I had a nutritionist, and it was like for one fight, and I learned from that, and I do it now by myself.
So what's your favorite like meal for when you're cutting weight? When you're in a diet, what's your favorite like meal?
There is no favorite meal.
I eat the same thing every day, bro.
So like what, broccoli, chicken,
quinoa, sweet potato, either chicken or fish, and that's my dinner.
And what's your breakfast?
Eggs with a toast.
That's funny. Me and you had literally almost the same exact food.
So what's your go-to after the weigh-ins is done? You made weight. What's your go-to?
The only thing that I can eat, because that's what you're supposed to eat.
Pizza,
pasta. Pizza and pasta.
I always ate pasta.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with
the
that.
Grease and all that, but the pasta.
You can't go wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The carbs. But more important than the carbs, something that you said you lacked that was the water, bro.
Yeah, the water. Yeah, now I've learned that
water and getting your electrolytes in.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the most. It's even more important than the carbs, to be honest.
Yeah, now I have a routine that I drink water, Gatorade, and then Pedialyte. I do all those things. It's a bunch of steps.
So come fight night, what do you eat before the fight?
Before the fight,
like that leading up to the fight's tomorrow, and we're in tomorrow. So what's your breakfast for fight day, and then your lunch? Your
breakfast.
How do you do it?
My trainer George has always told me to eat pancakes. Pancakes with eggs. I eat that, bacon and shit, like a McDonald's thing. And then,
I think we need that nutritionist back up in this bitch.
And then pasta and pizza.
So before like the fight, you'll eat like okay.
Pasta and pizza. If I'm not feeling it, then chicken.
Have you all your pro fights been here local in Florida?
Yeah, this is the first time I'm
in Orlando.
Not here in Miami.
Oh, you're going to Orlando.
Yeah, I'm going to Orlando now.
How do you feel about your next fight being with Abel in the same card? Abel Gonzalez.
When I saw it, dude, it brought me so much happiness, so much joy. Like
that's lit.
You used to train together. You guys used to compete together.
Yeah, we used to compete together. So it was like back to the old times, man. Doing what we love and
that's motivating, right? Gives you like that extra drive. Like, damn.
Bro. Once I saw it, I was like, damn, I got super excited. I was like, fuck.
Like now you really gotta show off.
He just had his pro debut like a week ago, and he's already fighting back in October. So that's cool. When is it? 3 weeks?
3 weeks from now. Sunday now, 3 weeks.
So how's the training now? Since you're getting closer to the fight, what are you doing now? Like still training hard? Now you're just working on the basics.
No, now we're actually training hard. I have sparring.
You got what like about 1 more week left of really training hard, or 2 more weeks?
No, the last week is where you
start to like
you don't
the
do
game
sparring
plan
anymore. Yeah, like this week we did 8 rounds. Yesterday I did with a Russian guy. It was really good.
I saw the picture you posted.
Yeah, I posted it. Yeah, and just this week that's left is one of the hardest ones of sparring.
So this is like the hardest one. How many rounds of sparring are you gonna do?
We're gonna do 8. Max.
Yeah, the 3 weeks before the fight are the toughest. The last week is chilling.
Yeah, well, actually just for the weight.
I asked because in the professional game it's a whole different game, you know, like not opposed to the amateurs. You get me? It's way different.
The good thing about Frank is that, as myself as well, is growing up seeing so many pro fighters, you kind of already have an idea of what they go through and what how it is. So you already have that little experience.
Yeah, you already exactly. And now that I've already have like this is gonna be my 10th fight.
What are you sparring with? 16-ounce gloves? 14?
16. And I train with 16 too.
Oh, okay. A lot of fighters be training with 12s and stuff.
Yeah.
But you fight with 8 ounces.
And you fight with 8 ounces.
That's a big difference.
That's the difference when you take that off and you actually put
you feel like fresh.
You feel fast, bro.
How have your hands been? Like, they haven't gotten swollen after being
Never. Thank God I've always never in my life have my hand gotten
swollen. You have strong hands though. You can see you have
I've never gotten injured in my hands. Never.
I fucked up my hands after every fight. Almost.
Probably because of the wraps.
Because I got bitch hands. That's why. After almost every fight, I had my hands messed up.
That's crazy.
Part of the game.
My wrist, really. Now my hands actually no. I never had issues with like my knuckles or hand. It was my wrist.
Your wrist.
Always.
And that shit's important.
It hurts.
Oh yeah.
Because like you could throw a straight punch and your wrist messed up doesn't hurt. It's when you throw an uppercut or hook. Has that ever happened to you?
No.
Damn, you really have.
Yeah, no, I've never.
Great hands.
Thank God, bro. I've never been injured. Like none of my body parts.
That's perfect, bro. Yeah. That's perfect. So since you already brought it up, let's get into it a little bit. This guy that you're fighting, what's his name? Oscar, right?
Oscar Bravo.
Oscar Bravo.
He's from Chile. He's 25-10.
25-10.
He has a lot of experience.
Yeah, he's a lot of
experience. He fought Emmanuel Tago.
Yeah.
He's got experience. So how are you preparing for that? What loopholes do you see in that fight that can be towards your advantage?
I see that he's a guy that, just like I'm using Rolly as an example. Just like Rolly, he just goes forward, a little reckless. You know, he's a little smaller than me, so I have a little bit of more of an advantage on the reach. I know I got to use my reach a lot because I know he's gonna be coming forward, and I gotta like.
You gotta be very smart.
Exactly.
And you're a southpaw, so that's
exactly. And I gotta keep my hands up. It's gonna be a good fight. I haven't fought in it's gonna be like 11 months, but I feel like I'm ready. I've been training very hard. I've been training since June for this fight.
It's an 8-rounder, right?
6.
That's good, man.
So what do you want to see in this fight for you? Like, what statement do you want to bring out? You want to knock him out? You want to get in there, give him a boxing lesson? What would be your
for me right now, I'm not, because the knockout comes by itself. If it happens, it happens. But I want to win this fight like unanimously.
Decisively.
Like knowing that I won that
whether a knockout comes or not, don't matter. You just want to win. But
I want to win good, and I want to be people like, oh,
you want to be impressive.
Back. Exactly.
Of course, yeah.
I want to bring my name back.
You want to bring eyes.
Exactly. And there's gonna be a lot of people over there, so I want to give a good show to people in Orlando.
Bro, I've gone to fights in Kissimmee. I've never been in Orlando, but in Kissimmee, bro, that shit gets packed.
Yeah, shit gets packed. Hell yeah.
So there's a lot of Puerto Rican fans there that want to see the fights
especially
and stuff.
Puerto Rican fans.
And you being Cuban, Puerto Ricans and Cubans, they go hand in hand. Yeah. You gotta show up.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be.
And this dude's from Chile, so he's in not his territory.
Exactly.
You gotta take him out.
And now that Abel's gonna be there, and man, we're gonna shine that night.
Yeah, 100%. I know you are. You're destined for great stuff in this sport. But coming back from your last fight, that was a tough fight. We're not really gonna go into that yet, but. What do you think you're going to bring into this fight that's going to be a little different? Because, you don't ever really change as a fighter, but what do you think, what new attributes you can bring to this fight?
One thing that I know that I'm going to bring, because I started this now, is my physical. I started strength and conditioning. I never did this for the last 10 fights that I had. And I started working with a strength and conditioning coach. Bro, I feel so much different. I feel so much stronger. Like, the hits feel different. Like I don't know how to explain it, but
And something that people don't understand about boxing, just because you're doing a bunch of strength and conditioning doesn't mean you're gonna punch hard and knock people out.
No, of course
it's,
not.
It's for your physical strength.
Exactly.
I'm assuming you've been doing it already a few months. The strength and conditioning. You can feel the difference in the ring when people try to push you back. Definitely. Now, right?
No, you feel more stronger. You feel like like
your feet get planted better on the floor. Yeah.
What made you decide to do it now?
Because that's the thing. One thing that I was missing too from my last fight, I needed a little bit more strength, like more, like
strength and conditioning.
Yeah, I needed a little more because I was like, all I did was train boxing and run, but in boxing nowadays, boxing
especially in the
becoming
pros.
a sport. Exactly.
And for those that
need to be strong.
And for those that don't know you, man, you look good, man. You look in shape. You look really tough.
No,
you look in shape.
I've been working good. I've been working strong.
You look big.
Yeah.
So at 130, man, we have a new killer.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about that.
And
So
we spoke about that last episode. We didn't mention Frank because you're still young. You're still a prospect coming up. But in the next 5-6 fights,
that's what you want to compete at 130 for now.
Yeah, 130 for now. I feel like at 130. Maybe when I'm 23, 24, I'll go to 135.
What's the highest you think you can go? Obviously, we can't say
in my
that.
End of my career, 140. What is it? 141.
140.
140.
140 or 147.
It's like a 140, I think.
Let me ask you a question.
140.
Do you watch a lot of boxing?
Yeah.
You
Depends. Yeah, I do.
You watch a lot of boxing like me, or you watch a lot?
No, probably not. Like that. I watch like the big fights and stuff.
Who's your favorite fighter right now?
Gervonta.
Really?
Damn,
Yeah.
okay.
I did not expect for you to say that because that's somebody that you could maybe in the future fight.
Exactly. He's right now but I know that's like one of my that I want to fight him in the future.
It's a strong puncher.
Like he's like I like him right now, but if we got to do it in the future, let's do it.
100%. I mean, boxing is a business.
Exactly. At the end of the day,
when you take shit personal, you're never gonna fight well. So I mean, that's dope though, man. That you said.
So you got Tank. Give me two more. Your top three.
Tank, Spence.
Oof.
Oh, we already started bad. Wait, cut this shit. Yo,
Spence.
Frank, get out of here.
Spence or Crawford?
Huh?
Spence or Crawford?
I know you see me.
Spence, of
I know
course.
you see me ranting.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Terrence.
But dog. Don't leave.
Not because I know Spence is a good boxer, but Crawford, bro, he has that technique he has that dog in him, bro.
They both had that dog in them, and they both had the
dog. You're always trying to say that. Oh, they both have that. Yeah, of course they both have it. What he's trying to tell you is that Bud is a step above.
Errol Spence has the better record, the better opposition that he's fought.
He doesn't have a better record.
Of course he does.
He just has a better. He has a better resume at 147.
The bigger
He's been at 147 his whole career, bro.
No. Oh, hey, fuck this shit. It's about Frank Diaz right now.
But it's gonna be a good fight.
Okay, who's your third?
Definitely.
So you got Tank, Spence. That I can't believe you fucking said that Crawford's gonna win, but whatever. Who's your third one?
Hey, man,
It's facts.
You gotta be sincere.
It's because he's fought and he knows from the
Man, shut your ass up. Who's your third one?
And my third one, let's see, Shakur.
Good boxer.
Good ass boxer.
His last fight.
I watch his videos a lot because I try to get. Well, not
He's
like
a softball too.
You know,
so.
actually, that you say that, I could see your style imitating his a little bit.
Yeah, we have similar styles. You know, like
you have
he's lefty. He uses his front hand a lot. The only thing that I don't try to copy from him is his
the shoulder roll,
because that's something that he's learned for a minute, and I can't do that. You feel me? Because
that's your style.
Yeah,
exactly.
You have
his style.
Honestly, you have a Cuban style.
You have the Cuban style.
But yeah, I try to see like his movements and stuff. He's a good ass fighter.
His last fight, he came forward. He was aggressive, but he's really for the people that really know boxing. That's not really his style. He's more of a counter puncher on the outside.
Counter puncher,
using his footwork to his
one thing I like
advantage.
about him a lot is that, bro, he doesn't get tired. The motherfucker throws 12 rounds and he finishes like nothing.
Even his last fight that he threw a lot.
He threw a lot.
And he was never gassed.
Nothing. He would throw. That's crazy.
Who's your favorite Cuban fighter?
My favorite Cuban fighter?
I know who it is. Lara. Right?
Yeah. I have two. Lara and
Rigondeaux.
I think you implement Lara's style a lot.
Yeah.
I feel Lara's style.
I've tried to. Another boxer that I've tried to like look up his videos and stuff because he has a good. Is him.
Have you guys met before?
Yeah, definitely. Since I was little.
He's a humble champion.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, he's a beast.
What do you think? They're talking about him versus Triple G. What do you think about that fight at 160?
I'm gonna have to get on a Triple G.
I'm actually a few years ago, I would have disagreed. I mean, I would have completely agreed.
Yeah,
Triple G.
no,
But right now, I see Lara has a chance.
You think so?
He's still a threat.
Bro, yeah, no, he's a
still a
dangerous threat. If
Yeah.
he lands a good shot, he could win. I mean, look what Jarrett Hurd did to Lara in the later rounds.
Yeah.
So I can see Golovkin in the later rounds.
The thing that I see is that Lara can't get hit that many times from Golovkin.
Especially in the body.
But I think in the early rounds, I think Lara is gonna be all Lara.
Yeah.
It's what he does in the championship rounds because Gennady Golovkin is known to at the end.
He needs to be in his
fight with Canelo in the later rounds. It was a little scary for.
I think if he would have done that in the beginning, it would have been a different fight.
But he didn't.
Tell me if you agree with me because this fanboy over here told me that fucking the first fight that Gennady didn't win.
Yeah, he won.
He won, bro.
I think it was.
And the second fight
It was a draw. Yo, this is my dog right here.
And the second, and then the third one, he obviously Canelo won that.
And let me say something real quick. You said that Spence is one of your favorite fighters. He only said that because he's a southpaw like him. That's the only reason.
Well, we'll see when it happens.
We will see.
It's gonna be a good fight. Definitely gonna be a good fight. And hopefully they fight because they're not having problems with
with the money, per
and
situation, all that
Hopefully they
stuff.
fight.
Yo, but look, let's get. I want this to be about you, but let's get into it a little bit. The thing with Spence, bro, is that he starts well. Crawford doesn't. So I see the early rounds being all Spence.
Yeah.
But bro, the thing about Crawford is he adapts and he figures it out.
Yeah.
And I see him in the middle rounds adapting, figuring it out, and I see him getting a late stoppage over Spence.
And one thing that I've watched more fights with Spence, that he throws, bro. He doesn't
His
get tired.
volume.
Yeah.
He throws and throws with that fight with Ugas, bro. He just
Ugas.
kept on throwing.
And he got hurt.
And he got hurt. Ugas hit him. He had his hands on Ugas, hit him. He kept.
Yeah,
on
but
going.
Ugas slipped up in that fight. When he
Yeah,
got
that
him
was a
hurt,
I feel like
he looked at the
opportunity,
ref.
man.
He should have just
He
jumped
should have kept on
him.
going. But I feel like that was already a different level for Ugas. For me, in my opinion.
That was.
Yeah.
Lucas is good, man.
No,
Ugas is a good fighter. I mean, in my opinion, he beat Porter. In my
Yes.
No, he got robbed.
Me
Of
too.
course, yeah, he got
Yeah,
robbed.
He
definitely
beat
got
Porter.
robbed.
He
Yeah.
beat Porter, and that knockdown should have been counted because a hit landed.
Yeah.
Whether he slipped or not, he got
it
hit
landed,
as he was. Yeah, no, it landed.
Yeah.
But it was also a slip. But that doesn't matter in the professional ranks. If you get hit and you go down, it's a knockdown.
Yeah, it's a knockdown.
So
And talking about Lara, his record, he has, I don't know how many losses he has, maybe like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But the Canelo one, I'm a big Canelo fan, but Lara won.
Yeah, Lara
He
won.
he also beat Paul
Definitely.
William, and they robbed him.
well, that one was a wrong.
That was a disaster.
With the Canelo one, it depends what you like. Because if you like the aggression and the walking forward, because Lara did run a lot in that
Yeah,
fight.
he did, but I
But he
feel
had
like
the cleaner shots,
he,
man.
I did land.
did.
He did land the cleaner shots. So yes, it depends. But in that Paul Williams fight, Lara won.
yeah, no,
that was
he definitely
disgusting.
won. And I feel like in Canelo one, he won too. But it's what you're saying, different styles, whatever you like.
And it's the pro ranks, They like to see that.
They like to see that
They
aggression.
Sell tickets
Exactly.
too, if you sell tickets,
Exactly.
so.
So we're getting out of topic, man. Let's talk about the champ right here, man.
Yeah.
So when you win, obviously, what is it, October 21st?
October 21st.
When you win by knockout or whatever you win, you're gonna win. What's next? What do you see yourself next?
That's
I
a
wanna
good question.
I want to fight again in December.
Oh, okay, so you want to be right back into it.
Yeah, active. You got
You,
that's the most
you
important
were a
thing.
little inactive.
Let's talk
Exactly.
about this. Yeah, you were inactive for a year, right?
Yeah, almost a year.
What happened there? What were you getting to know about yourself? Why did you take that long?
Well,
layoff?
after that loss that I had, I came back and I took some time just for myself, to try different things like school wise,
Strength and conditioning.
strength and conditioning. No, I actually didn't train again until June. I
You're
took
just trying
completely off.
to find yourself.
Exactly. It was just I want to see
A little break.
Boxing
different
is a
things.
mental game, man.
Exactly.
Mental.
I've been doing this since I was 7 years old. I never took a break, and I felt like it was time already. At least a little break.
What was something that you learned about yourself in that layoff?
Tough as fuck.
Yeah,
It's a tough question, but
one thing that I learned is I need to listen more to the people, the elderly people. You feel me? Like my dad, like everybody that's around me, because they have.
You know
more
what it is?
experience in their
It's not only the elderly people. It's also what you see in the ring
that they don't
cannot
see.
You cannot
Exactly.
see
life.
what
Exactly.
they're seeing
That's a very
from the
important
outside,
topic.
and they can't see what you're seeing inside. So
Exactly.
it goes, but yes, you have to listen because they're seeing openings that
Exactly,
you cannot,
that I cannot.
because they have a different angle at your opponent.
And let's talk about your last fight. Even though you lost, you were winning that fight.
Yeah, well,
The
yes,
thing
you
is,
were.
you got caught, and a lot of people who would have gotten caught with that right hand would have been slept. And
Yeah.
it showed that you got up, you were a warrior, and you finished that fight.
Yeah.
So that, bro, that's That's tough to do. A lot of people would fold.
But like
Yeah.
I said before you walked in here, if you were getting your ass whooped the whole fight, then I would say, hey Frank, you know,
No, he was winning the fight,
technically
just,
you're
you
not
know?
doing good,
Yeah.
but you were winning this fight, and
And for you to get
Yeah,
up, how you got
exactly.
up and you kept
Exactly.
fighting, you're
look,
supposed to be a
I'm
warrior.
gonna give you my opinion on the fight, the assessment. I saw it a little. It was been a few weeks since I saw it, so I would have to relook at it again. But in my opinion, I think you just gave him a little bit too much room, a little bit too much respect. But now that you told me what you just told me, I think that goes hand in hand with the strength and conditioning topic that we spoke
Definitely.
about. I think the fact he was a little stronger than you.
Yeah, I know that guy, bro.
Because forget about the punching power. Punching power, whether you have it or not, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because look at Shakur, he doesn't hit, right? But I think Shakur is strong physically.
Definitely.
And I think now that you're doing strength and conditioning, I think that this is going to catapult your career to the next level.
Exactly, yeah.
I honestly, truly believe that's what you needed.
Exactly.
Didn't I tell you this a few weeks ago that you gave him way too much room, too much space?
Yeah.
And that goes with the fact that he was stronger than you.
He was definitely
also
stronger
bigger.
than me. And bigger.
And
I would
older, too.
hit him and nothing. It was like nothing. I was
You're
like,
hitting the
damn.
wall.
Yeah, I was like, damn, well, what is this? Like, it was something new. I was like, damn, like, I see why.
What's good for this fight too that happened that you lost, that experience that you take with you.
Definitely.
You know, you got dropped, you got
Definitely.
back up. You know you can get back up.
Yeah.
You know you can finish the
Yeah.
fight. So that's also a
And
plus for you,
and
man.
I gotta be smarter in there, more, you know, like, I gotta see what's going on, you feel me? Like, it's a lot of
This
things.
is not even a loss, man. This is a lesson.
A lesson.
And you take that with you and this experience.
It's a learn.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a
You
learn, yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
true.
Yeah.
And
No,
now
and
moving
it's
on to bigger
important that
things.
it happened in early in my career.
Exactly,
Like you guys said, because I learned from that.
Another thing that we have to talk about that I respect you a lot for is prior to that fight that you lost, you were wiping everybody out because they were fairly easy fights, right?
Yeah.
You took a step up.
Definitely.
You were winning the fight. You got caught and you lost, or you learned. But now, instead of going back to another easy fight, you're going to another vet that has
25 and 10,
35 professional fights, has only lost to good prospects. So that says a lot about you.
Yeah. No, definitely.
There's
I
another
see.
dangerous competitor that is aggressive and throws a lot of punches.
And you could have
Definitely.
easily taken the easier path.
easier.
Oh, let me fight a cab driver.
Exactly.
No, you're going straight to the, to the fire.
Yeah,
But-
I think
so-
that's what I need to do, especially coming out of a loss. I want to prove myself that loss doesn't
I
matter.
think that you're doing everything right now with that
Yeah.
strength and conditioning,
Definitely.
coach. Maybe
Definitely.
stop going to McDonald's, but
Yeah.
other
It's
than
cool
that,
though.
bro,
He can treat the champ can treat himself, man.
not,
He
not
can treat
during
himself.
camp, dog.
Shit.
Not
No, and
during
one
camp.
thing I forgot to tell you guys. The reason why the reason why I stepped up such a big fight was because we were talking with Mayweather Promotions, and they told me, "Oh, look, you need to make a fight. You need to fight for a belt, and if you do that, we'll talk, and maybe we could sign you and stuff." So that's one of the reasons why I took that.
That's
big
good,
fight.
bro.
And that shows you too, man, that big people like Mayweather,
Exactly.
Enerby, they're
Exactly.
looking at you, man.
Yeah.
And you got the skills, man.
Exactly,
You're tough.
I just gotta keep working hard.
So what happens? So when you get your next fight, the 21st, when
Yeah.
you handle business, what happens next? What's next for you? What do you want to see for yourself?
Definitely keep on
December.
fighting. Yeah, December.
So in
I wanna
December?
fight here in my hometown, so everybody could come down again and see me fight here, and then from there keep on fighting. Like
Damn, I want you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
So when you fight here in Miami again, I want your gloves, your fight gloves, give him one
Got
for
it.
me and one for him.
Definitely.
Sign.
Got you. Guys.
Deal?
Hell yeah, of course.
Straight up.
Of course.
Yee.
Hell yeah.
My dog.
It's gonna be lit.
Hey, I want to ask you a quick question. Is there anybody here in the local Florida that you want to fight? Maybe.
Is there like beef? You have any? Not beef, but like somebody at 130 right now that that you can probably fight locally.
Not really,
You
bro.
know,
There's not really anybody here, isn't there? Like I don't
There,
think so.
I know there's a couple people at 130 here.
Like
I'm not
who?
gonna say no names, but there's people at 130.
Yeah, there's definitely people here at 130. I know that. Yeah, but I don't have any beef with anybody. And if we have to fight, let's do it. It doesn't matter. Nothing.
Okay, forget about it. No calling out. But
Yeah, no,
how about-
definitely. I'm not saying.
No calling out. But how about in the future? I know you said Tank. You would like to fight Tank,
Yeah.
but who are some other big names in 130 that you see in your radar you could probably fight in the future?
Well, Shakur was one, but now he's already moving up to 35.
Right.
There's Gervonta, who was 130.
There's a lot. There's Oscar
a lot.
Valdez. There's
Oscar Valdez is got a good one too.
Navarrete just moved up to
Yeah,
130,
Navarrete.
and that's a fight that you can win in the future.
Mhm.
That's to me
No,
that's an easy
there's
fight.
definitely a bunch of people. I just gotta now work up towards that level. I want my fights now to be more with more experienced people, to be able to be get
right.
up there in that.
Who's your
that
manager and your
stripes.
who's working with you now? Who's your promotion company? Who you working
I have a manager. His name is Julio Bell,
with? Julio Bell.
and yeah, he helps
So he's
me
the
out
one
with my
managing your
fights.
career and stuff.
Yeah, right now he helps me out with my fights.
Is George also involved too? Because I see George like in the back scenes trying to like make fights. Is he also involved with making the fights or not really?
Yeah, he looks up the opponents and stuff.
Yeah.
to see if I could fight with them or not. Yeah, like any trainer, you feel me?
100%.
And my dad too. Forgot about them.
I think that your whole team is your advisor
Yeah.
until you really get signed to a
Definitely.
big team. Then you know that once you're making that money and you're really, then you know those people will advise you and they'll take over your career. But as of now that you're starting and you're pretty much unsigned, really.
Pretty much, yeah.
Your dad and your coach are really the ones that should really oversee your career, as well as you though.
Yeah.
As yourself.
Yeah, I still have opinions on it, of course.
Of course, I've been in this game a long time, so I know that your coach and your dad are doing a good job.
Yeah, definitely they are.
I think that
hats off to them
I think your last fight was a winnable fight.
Yeah, it definitely was.
It was a tough dude though, but I think that you're doing exactly what you need to learn from it, which was your strength and conditioning.
Yeah, strength and conditioning. I think that's one big thing that really.
I love that you said that, bro, because like now I am so like confident in your career moving forward, and I'm surprised that you were not doing no strength and conditioning.
No, I actually wasn't. It was crazy because I really needed it. I would just run and do boxing, but when you're
stepping up into the level, you
like we spoke about, once it's not only the levels. Once you're in the professional ranks, it's different. It's not no more touch and go. It's more about
to hurt him.
Aside that, but you're a boxer, so you wanna win. But aside from that, you also have to take some shots.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, you gotta bang in there with them.
And the gloves are smaller,
exactly.
So you have to be able to be physically strong to sometimes push your opponent back or take those shots.
Exactly.
So, but you're doing the right thing, bro. I'm excited, man.
I'm excited too.
Now that we have him here, I want to see if we can go to his fight.
Yeah, the one for Miami for sure.
Definitely.
For Orlando might be a tough, but for one in Miami, do you know where?
Don't be a little bitch, man. Let's go to Orlando. I'll take you, bro.
Nah, I have to see because when is it the fight? Is it a Friday, right?
Friday.
It's the same. I work. It's gonna be possible.
Yeah.
I'm not a boss yet, like you know. I'm working on that.
But yeah, the one in Miami for sure.
That one's easier because a Friday night I can pull up. Yeah,
exactly.
but to Orlando's gonna be
And
hard.
I fight at night. Like this one right now, I'm main event. This one's at night.
Oh, so you're the main event for this card?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's lit.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Good. I've been in main events for a couple fights already.
Oh, okay.
And it feels good. It feels good. Knowing
You're
that
the talk, yeah.
So, something tells me that Frank's gonna win this fight by stoppage. I don't know.
Me too. I don't want to say it, but you're gonna knock his ass
Hey
out.
man, hopefully.
A body shot. You have good body work.
Yeah,
you have good body work.
you
And
do.
especially now that I
left
train.
hand. I've actually seen you sparring a lot, and I've seen you hurt people to the body a lot. So
No, and I train now a couple weeks with Abel Gonzalez and Kangaroo. I also want to shout out to him. Thank you for training me and stuff. And we trained for the body shots. Shit's coming in good.
I see it coming. And that dude that you're fighting, I've seen him fight a lightweight and stuff. So he's a little flabby down there. So you can touch him up downstairs.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. That's one of the.
So you're fighting in October, then you fight in December. Then when 2023 hits, how many fights do you want to like bank for next year?
I'm gonna start fighting now 8 rounds. So probably like 3, 4. Depends how I finish.
Yeah, the more rounds you can't fight too much.
Yeah,
either,
In 2 years I fought 5 times. Well, I mean like 5 times each year, and I had 10 total.
Yeah, you've been really active.
Yeah, I was active. So now that I'm moving up, probably like 3, 4.
So when you win in October by knockout, whatever you win by, I just see the knockout. So in December, maybe you can have the Mayweather people come back to you too and sign you. Even Top Rank, any other promotion company, who knows?
Yeah, definitely.
You have the talent, man. You have the skills.
Yeah, and what I was trying to do is again build up my name and fight now with better people. It looks better. So maybe we could get back to
Who would you want to work with though? Who would be like, damn, I want to work with like Top Rank, for instance. The Zone now that they have their thing going on. Like
definitely
Eddie Hearn.
Definitely Eddie Hearn or Mayweather.
Let me answer the question for you. Whoever brings him the best money,
that's true.
The best deal.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, man, I'm excited for you, bro.
It's gonna be good.
I'm excited for you, and you're in an exciting weight division now, super featherweight.
It's packed. It's packed.
It's getting fun, especially now that Shakur left. So it's gonna be a little bit open for 130 for my friends like you and Luis Melendez. That so that 130 is gonna be exciting now.
It is,
and you guys can take over 130 because. Other than Oscar Valdez, I would say Hector Garcia. Those are the 2 top guys.
Hector Garcia, you know who Hector Garcia is? He's a Dominican. He upset Colbert, right?
Chris Colbert. He fought Chris Colbert and beat him.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to him.
Good fighter.
He's good. He's tough too.
They were fighting at 130.
Yeah, 130.
I thought they were 126.
130. So it's an exciting weight class.
It is. It's definitely.
But yeah, 2023, you can get your name up there.
Definitely. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Man, we gotta give you a nickname, man. You still don't have a nickname.
Oh
we
my god.
We gotta give you a nickname.
Yeah, hey.
He's
What
a
do you
champ, man. I don't know. I don't know, but
hey, I want the fans to comment below. Do y'all agree with me with Frank El Pingu? Yo, hey.
Would you put that on you? That's too corny, though. I think it's too corny.
I doubt they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna let me.
Of course they would, dude. That's your
yeah.
fucking nickname. True. Nah,
we gotta find one, man. So the fans out there.
But honestly, one that I would like that I would give you myself because it's what I see you as is the technician, man. You really are a technician in there. You have really good technique, really good skills. So
and you're a southpaw, bro. Yeah, you're so tricky. It's even more trickier. You know?
It's different for right-handed people. When I'm fighting right-handed people, it's different because they see something that's opposite.
Yeah, so it's
damn.
100%. If your last fighter, your last opponent, Luis Lebron, if that gets in your way again, would you take that fight again?
Definitely. I know I could have won that fight. I was just not
100%.
Definitely, I wasn't listening or whatever. But I know that if I fight him again, knowing all the stuff,
he just fought again. I think he lost by knock. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but that's what I was telling Frank. These are steps that he's taking because these guys are only fighting undefeated prospects that are really good. So it's not like he fought a fucking construction worker. You know, he fought.
Yeah. When he was fighting me, I think he was 17-2.
Yeah. Not only that, he had an amateur background. It's not like un boito that just started boxing yesterday. You know, he's fighting people that have more fights than him, are vets, and had an amateur background. Because you and I both know there's a lot of these boxers that have good records, but they either haven't fought nobody or they didn't have an amateur background. They just started boxing yesterday.
Exactly.
So, but no, you're fighting people with an amateur background.
Yeah, no, that's what. At the end of the day, those are the fights that forge you into becoming great. So
I mean, at the end of the day, you have to beat good people to become great.
Exactly. So. If you want to be at that 130 division or be one of the world champs, you gotta fight those people and beat them. You feel me?
Let's go back about you for a little bit. So you took that layoff. You said you were studying for a little bit.
Yeah, I started studying.
So what were you doing?
EMT.
EMT, okay.
Yeah, I was doing EMT.
So if it wasn't for boxing, you think you would probably do that? EMT, get in that field?
most likely. You know, you always gotta have a plan B in life. You know. Obviously, I want this to be my plan A.
Can I interrupt you real quick? Yeah. There is no fucking plan B. He's gonna be a world champion.
No, of course, yeah.
Of course.
That's it.
Of course.
He's just doing this to get his mind right. There is no plan B. There's only plan A. He's gonna be a world champion. Yeah. That's it. There's nothing else to be said.
What do you want to conquer in boxing? When you're done with your career down the line in 15, 20 years from now, damn, like what would you want the crowd, the fans to know about you?
No, I mean to remember my legacy. Like anybody, you feel me? That I had good fights, and I was. So
you want to become a champion at 130, 135, and eventually hopefully
140.
Can you imagine, bro?
I think in the next few years 130 can be yours, and I think 135 as well. You can
definitely
and 140 as well. Why not?
No, I'm not saying he can, but I'm saying 130, 135 for you. I can see it really.
Yeah,
it's a really realistic goal. As long as you work on these mistakes.
Exactly. As long as I work on the mistakes that I have and keep.
You a Hialeah boy. You're born in Hialeah.
Hell yeah.
Hialeah, baby.
Wait. Where in Hialeah were you born? What hospital?
This one, Hialeah Hospital.
Me too.
He's a real.
Me too. I was born in Hialeah Hospital.
I always have it. Every time I go up, I have it in my trunks.
Where were you born?
Oh, yeah.
I was born in Mount Sinai in Miami Beach.
Mount Sinai.
With the Jewish people, baby, that money. That money, dog.
That's why he paints his lips and all that. Yo, but that's lit that you were born at Hialeah Hospital.
Yeah,
I was what year?
2001.
Nah, you young as shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm young.
You're in 95, right?
No, fuck you. 96.
You're still old, dog.
You were born 96.
96, baby. But August. You were born in February. You're older, dog. You gotta admit it. When's your birthday?
August
what?
2nd.
Oh, shit. That's low. So you're a Leo. That's dope.
You August what?
26.
26.
I'm a Virgo.
You know how he knows all his little signs and stuff? He painting his lips and shit.
Yo, you need to get your teeth fixed. That shit fucked up. You need to get that shit fixed.
Why are my teeth fucked up?
Why you get so mad? Hey, you saw he's so mad.
No, I'm not mad. But why are my teeth?
Wait, you're so emotional.
Come on. Ask him.
Oh, you're so emotional.
Well, I want to ask you a question. How were you?
So champ.
No. How were you?
We're backtracking. So champ. So Dan, you're losing me now. So where are your parents from? Cuba. What part?
La Habana.
And your dad and your mom from La Habana. You know what part? Have you been to Cuba?
Yeah, I've been a couple times. Like 3-4 times.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was cool. Well,
I had to ask you, did you go to Rafael 3? I think that's what it's called, the famous boxing gym in Havana?
No. When I went, I went when I was like 13. And I just went to go visit my grandparents.
When I went, man, that shit was... Imagine, there was a big hole. There was raining, and there was a big leak, and the ring was flooded with water. That shit was
I passed by Alaiba. or like one of those big places of boxing. It was fucked up.
Laiva, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a fucked up ass place.
Yeah, no, I went there. It's fucked up.
Yeah,
it's like
messed up.
the roof is like there's no roof.
Exactly, there's no roof.
Yeah.
There's no,
you want to go back
roof.
to Cuba? Would you like to go back?
Not really. I just have my grandparents there.
At the end of the day, I mean, I've been to Cuba a few times myself. My parents are Cuban, just like you guys. So I mean, what I want really is not to go back to Cuba. What I want is Cuba to be fixed. The communism
definitely.
And all that.
The communism.
Because then after that happens, I would gladly go to Cuba every week. You know what I mean? But
no, it's a really fun place over there.
You can be the first Cuban American champion.
Yeah.
You have Abel in the mix. Who else do you have in the mix that's Cuban American? That's about it.
Well,
for right now, you had Peter Quillen. He became a champion.
Yeah.
That guy that fought Triple G, I forgot his name, Junior. Forgot his name. He was also a Cuban. I don't know if he was a champ though. But right now though, yeah, you can be like the first legit because you're obviously both parents are Cuban, just like Abel. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, no,
to be the first Cuban American champ.
Oh,
that's cool.
Hopefully me and
Abel. What would that mean to you? To become the first, if you become the first Cuban American champ.
Amazing, bro. That's like one of my biggest dreams. Well, I think anybody in boxing that does boxing professionally is one of their biggest dreams. But yeah, definitely I would love.
Right now, do you have a job or are you just strictly focused?
Strictly boxing.
That's beautiful.
So eat, sleep, shit, dream boxing.
Because you and I both know there's a lot of guys coming up that they're not signed, so they have to have a job.
Yeah, no, shout out to him because I know that shit.
That's tough.
That shit's tough.
What's up with the girls? You got any girlfriends? You like partying? Or strictly boxing? What do you do to have fun? Like what's
I like like any other normal person. When I'm in camp, strictly boxing. But when I'm I still have fun. I go to the beach. I hang out with my friends.
Do you like any other sports? Did you play any other sports? Do any sports? So it was
my
just
dad
boxing.
never let me play. I always wanted to play baseball when I was in high school.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
But he was like, bro, stick to boxing. I was like,
your dad always knows best, bro.
Exactly.
Your
at the end of the day, like I like to say, is consistency builds champions. It makes it achieves goals. So going from one thing to another, it's not gonna help. So I agree with your dad there. If you already started something, finish, follow through, and accomplish it.
Yeah.
I was sort of the same. I wanted to do other sports and stuff, and I did for a little bit, but really boxing was what I stuck to. Yeah. But my problem was, I was not like you, have committed, and I was always fucking partying and all that shit. So I'm glad that you're
a reckless.
Yeah, I was very reckless, especially in the street. So I'm very glad that you have your head right. You have it on. So you
always been, even since you were a younger kid, you were always like a straight kid.
No,
bro. Like you were laser
my
sharp
dad
focus.
has always taught me to be like that, and I.
Yeah, you can tell your dad's a serious. He's good, but he's a serious dad.
Yeah, he's a serious guy, shit. And I'm thankful for that because I know if I would have, if he would have not cared, I would have been.
He raised you right, man.
Crazy because I like part like anybody. I like partying, like going out, but I know that there's like.
Oh, hey,
you gotta focus on your stuff.
If Papi's looking, man, you did a great job with the champ right here, man. You gotta shout out to your dad.
And something I want to say for your dad for when he does view, because he's gonna view.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to say that, man. I love your dad, man. He was not even when I was shit at boxing when I started. He showed me a lot of love, so man. And at the end of the day, I gotta say he's done a great job with you. Yeah. You can tell
he's molded you into a great man.
You can tell the fact that you have your dad in your life and you've had a father figure your whole life has really
it's
put you in that spot that you want to be.
No, I think without him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now. I'd probably be doing something else. Yeah. Definitely not boxing.
100%.
I gotta ask you this question because it's gonna come soon. What do you do with your first $1 million deal?
My first $1 million deal?
Yes, sir. What do you do?
All right, so
take out the calculator.
When he said, all right, so you already know. He hasn't written down on his phone.
I already got it.
So what do you do?
First don't go too much in depth.
No, it's quick.
No, I'm not cutting you short. I just don't want people to steal your ideas.
Oh, yeah. First off, buy a house for my parents. That's like one of the biggest. I want to get them out of Hialeah and get them anywhere else, Miami Beach, anywhere. Just buy a house. I think for us three, we'll be chilling. Maybe a car or whatever, and everything investment.
Okay.
Easy, simple.
Yeah, that's good. A lot of people would blow it.
Smart investment. He's not gonna let you know what investment.
I like that. You can't give it that information.
Yeah,
man. Not yet.
Not yet. Exactly. I have plans, but nothing.
Well, before you leave, man, before I forget, since you're the first champ in the building, you're gonna be the first official champ to sign the glove right here, dog.
Yeah, man, you're the first one.
The first one, baby.
The first one. That's lit.
That's lit, dog.
That's lit.
Frank Diaz. Today? The second, I believe, right?
The second, October 2nd.
10
to. Damn, man. Thank God you didn't go to school. He's like, wait, October is what month of the year?
be forgetting and stuff.
Damn, look at that. Legit right there. Look at that signature right there. Oof,
and as always, I appreciate you guys for having me here. We've known each other for a long time. What you guys are doing, it's actually amazing. This is literally... Man, this is really cool, man.
Listen, bro, this is not going to be the last time you're on. I want to have you again in a year or two once you're already getting closer to that world title.
Once you got that belt, man, you're going to have that belt here.
I mean, you can come whenever you want. You want to come next week, you can. But I'm saying I want to see you again once you're closer to that world title so we can really chop it up because I know you're going to get there eventually. So, but before we do end up finishing up this episode, what is something that you want to say for your fans? Because you have a lot of people supporting you. So,
hey man, just want to say thank you for the support.
This is your camera right here.
Everybody that's supporting me, man, thank you. Tune in on October 21st. It's gonna be a good fight. You guys are all gonna like it.
And you're the main event.
Hell yeah,
so you already know, baby.
So it's gonna be good. I want you all guys to see that I'm back again.
The champ is back.
100%. And you people don't sleep on Frank Diaz Jr. Yes, this is a big name that's gonna come up. You're gonna hear about it real soon. You're a future champ, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
For everybody that has tuning in and watching this video, I appreciate it for all the support and love we've been receiving. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget subscribe. Click that red button. Show us some love and support. You got something to say, Nelson?
Man, that's it. This episode was great, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm humbled to have you here with us. And I can't wait to see your future progress, man. And you're going to be a champion one day.
100%. If y'all want to see more episodes like this, we are going to bring more professional fighters that are just as amazing as Frank. Well, maybe not just as amazing because he's special. But, man, thank you for liking, viewing, commenting, subscribing.